Hello everyone, I've got a really easy fabric project to share with you today. A couple of weeks ago my friend Maggie dropped off two upholstery fabric sample books onto my doorstep, and yesterday I sat down, took the books apart and sat at my sewing machine just playing around with the fabrics to see what I could come up with and make with them. And I've come up with these gorgeous little pouches or clutches, whatever you want to call them, fabric envelopes. I just love them. The first two, these ones here, are made with two different samples here. We've got this leaf design here and this block design. Just absolutely love that. This one is the same, but I've just reversed the design. So the leaf is on the inside here and the block design on the outside. So those were done with two pieces of fabric. This one here is just super easy because it's just done with one piece of fabric, which is much sturdier. I just love these, and it is pure fluke. I have done nothing, difficult to try and get these patterns to line up. It's just the way that they worked with this particular sample. I love these. These are just the two different halves, by the way. I think they go that way around. You can probably, there we go. You can see that they're part of the same sample. And so I'm just going to show you how to make these because they're super easy. And if I can make these, anybody can. Now, these are the designs I use. These are just different colourways. Aren't they just absolutely gorgeous? I've pulled out another one as well. We've got this gorgeous one here with a tree on it. Just absolutely beautiful. These are just different colourways. If I show you, where's it gone? These two here, you can see. Here's the leaf one. This is just in more of a mushroom taupey colour. And the one underneath is the block design. So those are the two that I used for these here. And then this one was the one that I used to make these. Now, of course, if you don't have a fabric sample book to hand, you can use any type of fabric for this. Raid your charity shops. It's always full of upholstery fabric. But if you speak to a local upholsterer or local curtain maker, the chances are they've got fabric sample books that are completely out of date, that end up in landfill, that they would be glad to give you or sell you for really cheap. Also, if you've got a scrap store near you, go and check them out because I see these books in the scrap store, and wallpaper sample books as well, all the time. Now, of course, upholstery fabric has this paper backing on the back on three of the sides. This is the top where everything was stapled together, but on the other three sides you've got this really stubborn paper backing, and there is just no way in a million years that you are going to be able to peel that off. It just isn't going to happen. But I'll show you a really easy way to get rid of it. The samples I've got here are overlocked. Quite often they're not. They're just they just have a pinking sheared edge. But if you want to get the backing off these, you are going to need to get rid of this first, and all I do is just follow the line of the overlocking and just cut it off with a nice sharp pair of scissors. So you can see I've taken the overlocked edge off all of my sides, and now all you need to do is grab an iron. I've just got the iron that I use for my waxworks, and I'm just going to press this over the top, and this will melt the glue that's underneath. I've got this on a hot setting, medium to hot setting, and I'm just going to rub my iron over until that glue has melted. You want to get this nice and hot. If you've got a steam iron, it's fine to use it on the steam setting. I was doing that yesterday and it was really quick and easy. And then it should just peel straight off. Just look at that, just comes off in one really easy piece. So I'm just going to do this to all of the sides. Now you will find that once you've removed it, this is really sticky. Just leave it to cool down and then the stickiness will go. Simple as that. So we'll just do the rest. Now, for anybody who's wondering what this fabric measures, now that I've taken the edges off, it is 17 inches by 16 inches, and I only need half of it, so I need 8 by 17 inches or thereabouts. And the easiest way I think to cut this in half is for me to fold it over like this, iron down the middle like so. Get a nice sharp crease, and then I'm just going to take my fabric scissors and just cut it in half, because of course now I can see that line, and that's what I'll follow. So I've got my nice sharp fabric scissors, and I'm just going to cut that in half. If you're using fabric samples, the books are held together with clips at the top, and quite often you get holes. You can see a slight one here. With the thicker fabric, it seals really nicely. You can hardly see it, so I'm just going to leave that one as it is. With thinner fabric, you can actually see those holes where they're like industrial staples, and it just leaves holes. Can you see here? This is another piece of fabric that I'm going to use for this one here, and it's more obvious on the darker fabric, so I'm going to need to trim that off. And because I need to use two pieces for this design here, I've held them together with a bulldog clip at the bottom. I'm just going to use a ruler and either just some dressmaker's chalk. I've got a Stabilo All pencil, and make sure that you get it fairly straight. I'm just going to make a mark across the bottom here and just trim that off with my scissors. Let me tell you how I'm going to put these little wallets together. Of course, this piece here is slightly longer just because I haven't needed to trim off the top. What I do want to do is just get rid of any frayed edges here, and to seal this, let me just pull this one out as well. To seal this, I'm just going to run a stitch along the top here, maybe two, and the same on this one here, just to stop it fraying. That will form the top and the bottom. Now I've sewn across the top and the bottom. Let me just show you there. Can you see the two lines? So that will stop that fraying. And so now I just need to line up where I want my bag to go. Now I was thinking that I would be able to line it up like this, but it leaves too big a gap at the top, so that's not going to work in this case. But it doesn't matter because it looks so pretty anyway. So I think I'm going to line it up with this mark on the inside here, and I'm just going to clip this in place with a couple of mini bulldog clips just to stop it moving. And then I'm just going to take this back to the sewing machine, and this time round I'm just going to do two zigzag lines down both sides here, and that will seal my bag together really nicely. Here we go, that one is now sewn. I've gone over a couple of times just for strength, and of course now you can just tidy away any of the loose threads that are on the edges. Just like this, just cut them off and, you know, just tidy it up. Before I started sewing, I did make sure that I'd got rid of as many of the loose strands as I possibly could. And so now I just want to press this. I'm just going to have the fold just on this line here, like that. And again, I can just give this a nice press with my iron. I just think these are just absolutely beautiful. Just really easy to make. Let me just quickly show you how to do the lined ones in case you're using two pieces of fabric. So of course I've got this one here, which is my main fabric. Of course, that's the back side of the fabric. I want to position this so that we've got the top of the fabric facing upwards, and then the top of the other piece of fabric facing down. So there we go, just like that. And I'm just going to take this off to the sewing machine, and I'm just going to sew a straight stitch here and a straight stitch here. And as soon as I've done that, I'll be straight back. Sewing my two ends together, I ended up using a zigzag stitch just because this fabric here didn't seem to like a straight stitch. So what I want to do now is turn this the right way round. So here we go. And so now we've got two neat edges, and I'm just going to take this off and iron it. In fact, I've got the iron here. Let's do this one. It might be better with a steam iron, just to iron this nice and flat. Here we go, and I'll do the same on the other end as well. And then I'm going to take this back to the sewing machine, and I'm just going to run, hopefully, a straight stitch all the way down here. And again, the same on this side here. So just really trying to finish this off neatly. You can see I've sewn my straight stitches. It's not perfectly straight, but that's okay. Now I want my tree like this, and my flap going over like that. You can see that this is not perfectly straight. We've got a bit of a wonky line, but that's absolutely okay. I just love how that looks. And so again, I'm just going to take this back to the sewing machine and sew my zigzag stitches down both sides there. I'm I'm so happy with this one. I love the way that the trees line up well. I mean, it's a bit wonky. That doesn't bother me in the slightest. I think that adds to its rustic charm. So that's what it looks like inside. That's the front, and of course that's the back. I may add some kind of closure on this. I don't know yet. I'll probably do a lot more with these. I just think they're absolutely gorgeous though, and you know, freebies, because of course the fabric cost me nothing. Now of course I couldn't stop at this one here. I have been busy. I made this one. Let me just pop those to one side. Now this was the entire size of this piece of fabric. It was just a small piece that came in the book. It's the same as this, but obviously a different colorway. Now you can see that the edges are a bit knobbly because of this rope trim, so I decided to add some Hessian ribbon just to finish it off. So I just ironed a piece in half, tacked it on with a bit of fabric tack, and then sewed it in a straight line. I think that finishes that off really nicely and adds to the rustic charm. So that one's not lined. This fabric is actually quite thick. I like that one there as well, and again I'd like to add some kind of closure. Don't know what yet. You saw me make this one at the beginning of the video, so love that. I think the pink design of this fabric is absolutely beautiful. Made the other one with the other half of the fabric, and this is the tree fabric that you saw at the beginning of the video as well. I just absolutely love these. I think they're beautiful. Now I do want to add some kind of closures to all of these. I'm not sure quite what I want to do yet, so I will ponder on that, and as soon as I've decided I'll come back in another video and show you what I've done. But I just hope that you like all of these, and if you've got any upholstery fabric or curtain makers near you, go and beg, steal and borrow. I just think these are so much fun. Absolutely gorgeous. I could get addicted to making these. I'm going to leave the video here for today, but I will definitely be back to show you what else I do with this gorgeous selection of fabrics. I've got so many ideas spinning in my head for coordinating accessories to go with these gorgeous bags. I just love them. As I've said, I could just become addicted to making these. Let me just give you one more flip through. Tell me which one you like best. What is your favorite? All of these fabrics are gorgeous. It's just so hard for me to decide. I do like this heavyweight fabric though. I just think these are just absolutely wonderful. But you know, I hope this has given you some ideas as well as to using fabrics in projects. And if you enjoyed today's video, as always, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. It really does let YouTube know that you like what I'm doing. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know which one is your favourite. But most importantly, thanks for watching. Take care everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.